how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Welcome to Say Smut, a literary podcast for readers and non-readers.
I'm so happy that you stopped by. That's Sarah. And Sarah, I just wanted to check in. Do you still have books?
I was reading one last night, so I feel like I have to answer yes.
Okay.
And Hope, it's a little late to ask, but would you happen to still like talking to me? Full stop, period.
Yes. Well, I was gonna hard no, but I thought you were gonna say about books, and since you just said to me, the answer is a resounding yes.
I had a very emotional therapy yesterday. I just want to double check. I love affirmations. So,
Yes.
well, what we do here is not what we're going to do today. Typically, I say, I read the plots of some pretty wild books to Hope, who has not read them. That is not the case today because we have a special treat that I delivered. I hand delivered through Facebook Messenger to Hope. And for reference, I went to the Coldplay concert last week in Madison, Wisconsin, and Hope and I were reunited. It was so freaking
exciting. So good. I was not at the Coldplay concert, but we did reunite, and it felt so good.
Yes. And as we all know, what happened a week prior was the big CEO, CPO scandal of a lifetime.
Of a lifetime. It could be a
My
lifetime
Alexa
movie.
just dropped in, and it's because Jeff Bezos wants to listen in too, I'm sure.
It heard CEO and was like, me?
But I delivered this to Hope a few days ago, and we were kind of trying to come up with some short episode ideas just to get us through a couple of weeks where we're both busy. And she was like, why don't we do a dramatic reading of this? So I am so excited to do this with you, Hope. But before we jump in, I do want to give credit where credit is due.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This came... I didn't know that I needed this origin story until it was already fabricated and in existence. And I've never been so thankful that I've not had to wait for a thing I didn't even know I needed.
Yes, I know. It was bound to happen because the
Yes.
internet does what the internet does.
Yes.
I was scrolling on TikTok when I came across a creator who was promoting their fan fiction of the CEO scandal from the Coldplay concert. And the way I immediately X'd out of that app, got on Archive of Our Own, otherwise known as AO3 to many of you, and searched this fanfic to read it. I guess this creator, who is, okay, I'm hoping I'm saying this correctly, Marie Soledad.
That's how I was going to guess at the saying of it. I'm so sorry, Marie, if that's incorrect.
I'm so sorry if we are saying it wrong. But they created this wonderful 700-word fanfic that I guess they had read on their TikTok. Like it was made for TikTok, and then they just posted it to AO3. So while today you are all going to experience a dramatic reading from Hope and I of this 700-word background fanfic, we encourage you to go and read other fanfic by Marie Soledad, because
give Marie their flowers.
Yes. Go read it. Give it a like. I'm not on Archive of Our Own very often, so I don't know all the things you can do, but do them all for Marie. Okay. Do it all, because this is a masterpiece and you are about to listen to it. So any more you'd like to add?
No, my only other recommendation is after you hear us read it, go listen to Marie read it, probably better and in a much funnier way on their TikTok.
Yes. All right. With that, Hope, would you like to start us off?
Yes. So this is titled, quote, "They're having an affair or they're just very shy. The Coldplay concert Astronomer CEO affair" by Marie Soledad. I do want to go through the summary of it because it's got... I guess there's disclaimers, like content disclaimers, but honestly, more of a practical disclaimer, because this is going to be a short, satirical, erotic fan fiction about this concert, which did happen and does involve real people. All of this that we're about to read is completely fictional and based only on Marie Soledad's imagination without any real knowledge of the actual people involved. So this is not real.
No, and thank you for that, for legally covering our ass.
Yeah, I was like, this is probably, well, I can't say for sure if this is the origin story of this affair. Probably
What
not,
if-
but maybe.
What if Andy read that and said, oh, how'd they know?
How'd they know?
How'd the people know about this?
What if he contacted Marie and was like, write this down, write this down.
Write this down, write this down. While I'm thinking about it, get it. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you take it from here.
Okay. First, I want everyone to envision the now iconic image of this CEO and this HR gal in a sweet embrace on a big screen at a Coldplay concert, and then realizing they're on a big screen and becoming really embarrassed. Record scratch. Yep. That's Astronomer CEO Andy Byron cheating on his wife with his head of HR, Kristen Cabot. You might be wondering how they got here. Well, it probably started out like any other office affair between two people that think a Coldplay concert is the place for a sexy, adulterous rendezvous. Wink emojis on Slack.
Andy had never been one to be emotive in his text responses to underlings. As CEO, he liked to keep his Slacks quick, efficient, and to the point. It was rare to get anything more out of him than a K, or if the C-suite was really kicking ass, a K dot thanks dot.
But Kristen was different. She wasn't afraid to connect with Andy like the other executive level peons. No, Kristen had a vibrant, outgoing, devil-may-care personality to her Slack messages. Kristen would send GIF responses.
Her favorite GIFs were always from The Office because she was hilarious. Andy found it titillating to watch Dwight Schrute break into tears of gratitude on repeat for eternity. It warmed his cold frown into a small smirk. His nostrils flared with a little sharp exhale that resulted in his fingertips typing back, LOL dot. What a rush. Sorry. God, what a rush.
One day, Andy slacked Kristen, quote, "It might be hard." The phrase was perfectly innocent in context, as Andy was preparing Kristen for another round of unnecessary company-wide layoffs, while also demanding her team boost employee morale. Kristen responded immediately the only way a witty firecracker like her would. A Michael Scott, "That's what she said" gif. Andy came immediately and violently at his desk. He'd never felt more alive.
With his hand trembling from the aftershocks, Andy sent a single winky face emoji before changing into the emergency Gap khakis he kept at all times in his lower desk drawer. Without hesitation, Kristen texted Andy a calendar invite for a one-on-one pickleball game after work. Andy came again in his emergency khakis.
Wow.
Luckily, he had his pickleball bag with him, which had some workout khakis. I'm putting in words that are not there.
Come on, Sarah. The workout khakis.
Just the regular workout khakis. He changed again, feeling like a dirty slut in a good way. Kristen, however, was a refined lady, so she only gave Andy a handy after pickleball and let him touch her left breast under the shirt and over the needlessly complicated sports bra. Kristen liked that it only took Andy 4.5 strokes to bust. Quick, efficient, and strong, just like his CEO leadership. Full-on intercourse wouldn't happen between the two until their third pickleball rendezvous. The affair went on for months with dirty pickleball sex, long lunches at the Nordstrom Cafe on their company card, and the sporadic weeks of late nights at the office banging out another set of unnecessary mass layoffs.
There are so many mass layoffs in this company. Kristen liked to fuck Andy just as hard as they were fucking over the single dad that had uprooted his life for an amazing new opportunity at Astronomer. Since he hadn't hit the year mark, he wouldn't qualify for the full severance package. Of course, Kristen always qualified for Andy's full package, which was now able to last a full 9 3/4 strokes. Andy's new lease on life had him feeling a little more adventurous. One day, he wore jeans to the office, and it wasn't even Friday. Instead of the classic chocolate chip Cliff Bar for his mid-afternoon snack, he chose Blueberry Crisp.
Scandalous. On a whim, he ventured over to his wife's side of the bedroom sink. What am I saying? Bathroom sink, and took one of her stud earrings. He gently tried to shove it into where the old piercing from college had been, but sadly, there was no longer a hole, just a barely visible scar on his not gay ear.
As Andy was perusing Instagram on the toilet one night, he saw a targeted ad for a Coldplay concert. His heart was pounding as he bought the tickets without checking his Google Calendar. Fuck it. His assistant would make it work.
Andy knew exactly which blue polo he would wear to the concert. The one Kristen said looked nice during one of their Nordstrom lunches.
Andy started to stroke himself as he thought about how amazing it would feel to spoon Kristen and slowly sway offbeat to Viva La Vida, high off a 10 milligram weed gummy as the summer breeze from the sexy city of Boston flowed through his hair. It would feel like when he ruled the world. End book.
Close curtain.
And scene.
Finn.
Finn.
Truly a masterpiece. It gave so much and yet a little bit of nothing of the actual scene. You know, like this was a precursor.
Yes.
We've all seen the affair around the world. We needed to know about the Nordstrom lunches. We need to know about the pickleball dates,
the layoffs, and the other
layoffs and the more layoffs. And we so needed to know about the gifts that made him come his emergency pants as well.
The khakis, the
khakis,
and
the Gap
the athletic khakis, the pickleball khakis.
All of them. Such a great piece of literary fiction.
Inspired.
Marie Soledad, please go support them on all the platforms. Thank you for tolerating us just completely ripping apart your piece of work as we tried to dramatically read it. I am very bad at reading out loud. That is like my constant fear. And so, sorry for the mistakes I made.
And so we started a podcast where most of the time we're reading stuff to you.
That's so fucking true.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But I was adding words in there that Marie did not write. So just go read it for yourself. Go give them the likes and the engagements. This was just absolutely delightful. And I hope, Marie, that you continue to do pop culture fanfic for all of eternity. We're
here to cover it in a future podcast. We're here to probably give it a full 10 out of 10, just like on vibes. Yeah. I just can already tell. Yes. Thank you for this good work.
Thank you very much. And with that, next episode, we will be back with our normally scheduled programming. And we hope that you stay smutty and stay out of jumbotrons.
Yeah, and don't start affairs at work.
No.
Keep it out of the workplace.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.